filling up. We got mad people. And you got Arnold's son and his translator.
He was outside. I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna stay right here. And he's like, I'm up for my line. He goes outside, makes a line. He's the first person on line.
I love him, yo.
He's not.
So yeah, we're gonna come back when it's time for the show to start, and we're gonna have some great footage coming your way. There's Seth Killian in the back. This is the legendary S-Kill.
Okay, now without further ado, thank you all for coming. I'd like to introduce you to Seth Killian, Special Advisor.
Hello, New York.
Yeah!
It's so good to be back here. This New York Comic Con gets more and more amazing every year. So thank you for everybody who waited out in that line. It was an epic line. They're still coming in now. It really warms our heart. Obviously, we've come a long way to be here, but we think this panel is going to justify it. We've got some really exciting stuff here for you today. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our cast of characters on the panel with me here today. First and foremost, none other than Yoshinori Ono, the producer.
Let's go, Ono!
And he is joined by Ayano-san, our assistant producer. He's working very hard. He's a very spicy guy. You'll get to know him more. And we're also joined by someone familiar to many of you, Mr. David Chrislip as well. So he'll help us out. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Ono-san.
Hi. This mic is on, right? It's on?
I can hear you.
Okay. 皆さんこんにちは、ガンプコのです。
This mic's on.
It's not on.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hey!
Hello everyone. Yoshinobu from Capcom here. Good to see you.
ニューヨークでここまで大きなイベントするのは初めてなので、僕もすごくワクワクしています。
It's the first time I've been at such a gigantic event here in New York. Really exciting for me as well.
でも今日は金曜日の夕方ですよ。皆さんこんなとこ来てていいですか？
But it is a Friday night. Are you sure this is where you want to be?
Hell yeah!
そんな皆さんにとっておきのビデオを用意したので、後でまた興奮してください。
But I've got a really cool video to show you later since you've got the trouble to come out. So get excited about that after a while here when we show it.
でもちょっとそこの柱の後ろの人は見えないかもしれないので、見えない中でじゃあ想像してみて XXX のビデオが流れてるのかなとか思ってください。
Because there's the poor guys that are seated behind those enormous pillars there. You're just going to have to imagine what's on the screen. You can imagine what's on the screen.
でもあまりズボンを下ろしたりとかそういうことしたら僕は二度とニューヨーク来れなくなるので、そこはやめてください。
But please keep your pants on or else they won't let me come back to New York.
じゃあそれではちょっと少しずつ、皆さんにですね、ストリートファイタークロス鉄拳のアウトラインの話をしたいと思います。
Alright, so we'll start by giving you kind of a basic outline of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is why you came.
So could you have a screen on the top one, please? 2つのキャラクターを選んだら、それぞれにですね、1P、2P で協力してタッグをプレイする機能を搭載しました。
And of course you can still do that, but this time around what we've done that's new is you can actually have 2 individual players on each team. So one person as each character in a given tag team.
もしここに来てる皆さんが腕に自信があればですね、俺が教えてやるから今晩俺の部屋に来ないかっていうのがこのモデル搭載可能です。
So the good thing about this mode is if you're pretty confident in your skills in this game, you can invite a member of the opposite sex over to your place under the guise of teaching them how to play the game, so you can play it together in a cooperative sense.
All right.
Does that sound like something you'd be able to use?
All right.
僕がこの機能を皆さんに提供するので、ぜひこの機能でですね、彼女、恋人、奥さん、もしくはボーイフレンド、旦那さんをゲットしたら、ぜひ妹さんを僕に紹介してください。
I'm going to do this on one condition. If I do you this favor, when you do find your girlfriend or boyfriend, or husband or wife, you have to introduce me to their younger sister.
Almost a pimp.
ニューヨークとウォール街をするとウィンウィンの関係ですよ、これが。
This will be a win-win situation for us, to borrow a little Wall Street terminology.
ちなみに、僕はもう結婚してるんですけど、うちの奥さんを口説いたのは、レジデントイービルが解けないって言って、メモリースティックを僕の家に連れて持ってこいよって言って、うまく口説きました。
But I am married, and all joking aside, the in I have with my wife, she was stuck playing the original Resident Evil. It was too scary for her, so I brought my memory card over to her place and taught her how to play it. True story.
That's awesome.
はい。そうじゃない、もちろんこれがコミックコンベンションなので、家族連れの方も多くいらっしゃると思います。
But this is a comic convention, is a family-oriented event, so sure there's a lot of people here with their children and significant others in tow, I imagine.
そういう皆さんはですね、今回、プレイステーション360にですね、4つのコントローラーをつけてですね、同時に4人で遊ぶモードも今回搭載しました。
So you guys can actually put all 4 controllers on your PS3 or 360, and all 4 of you can jump in and play as different characters and attack battle as well. It can be kind of a family party game sort of thing.
もちろん、ここに来てる、もう金曜日の夜なのに一人で来てる皆さんはですね、ぜひオンラインでつないでください。ニューヨーク、サンフランシスコ、ロンドン、東京という、もう金曜日の夜なのに一人の友達と皆さんとですね、接続してこのモードを遊ぶこともできます。
You don't all have to be in the same room either. This is fully online compatible as well. So you can be by yourself in your apartment. You can have someone, one player in New York, one in San Francisco, one in Tokyo, one in London, and you can all battle together at the same time.
That's great. It's online based too. You hear that, MMO fans? It's online as well.
じゃあ、このニューヨークでですね、ジェムシステムの話を今回皆さんにお伝えしたいと思います。
Gem system.
Cool. So I can talk to you guys about the gem system.
もうですね、東京ゲームショウではこのジェムシステムを搭載しますよというアウトラインのアナウンスだけしました。
I announced this at Tokyo Game Show last month, but I didn't give much detail. I just announced its existence, more or less.
今日はですね、皆さんに、ディティールまで、ここニューヨーク初で、ディティールまでですね、皆さんに紹介したいなと思ってます。
So the special treat for you guys who have come out here to New York to see this talk, I'm going to tell you a lot of details we haven't shared yet at all about the gem system.
Yeah!
今までファイティングゲームはですね、どうしても同じキャラクターを選ぶとですね、もう本当に腕の差、もしくはその時の運の差でしかですね、勝敗を分けることはできませんでした。
So until now in fighting games, if 2 players selected the same character, the match really came down to their skill and also a little bit of luck as well came into play.
我々はですね、ストリートファイター4ではなるべく多くのプレイヤーにやってもらいたいという原点回帰で広いゲームシステムを搭載してですね、11年ぶりに復帰したんですけども、どうしてもやはりもうこの5年間ストリートファイター4が始まって出て、5年間ですね、約5年間のうちにはもうだいぶハイレベルのプレイヤーでしか残れなくなったという現状に今ぶち当たってます。
So if you remember when I first started talking about bringing Street Fighter 4 back after a decade-long hiatus, one of the goals for me was to get as many people to play as possible and get more casual users involved. 5 years into that cycle, I can see that only the hardest and the hardcore really seem to be, or a few years into it, only the hardest and the hardcore seem to be left in the Street Fighter 4 audience at the moment.
今回はジェムシステムというですね、皆さんこのコミコンの中で来ている皆さんで、パッと思い浮かべてほしいのは、ストリートファイターにマジック・ザ・ギャザリングがついたぐらいの感覚で、ぜひちょっと想像してみてください。
But we're going to add a little something to this game to make it a little more inviting to other players. And one example I can give, which would probably make sense to people here at Comic-Con, is it would almost be like Street Fighter meets Magic the Gathering, so to speak. さまざまなゲームを搭載することによってですね、
同じキャラクターが全く違うキャラクターのようになったりとか、そしてさらに、皆さんが不得意な、動き、不得意な動作をですね、サポートしてくれるっていう機能がジェムシステムになります。
So the gems that you select to equip to your character are going to give you certain abilities and certain support characteristics. And it can be used to kind of cover for your own weaknesses as a player, and it can be used to bolster your strong points as well.
アタックのチューニングをしたりとか、スピードアップのチューニングをしたりとか、ディフェンスのチューニングをしたりとかっていうすることによって、同じ竜と竜でも全く違う竜のスタイルっていうのが今回のジェムシステムで可能になります。
So by using this gem system, you can actually adjust the parameters of your individual character, whether it comes to attack power, defense power, speed, this sort of thing. So that way your you or your Chun-Li can be very different from the ones that I use.
さまざまなですね、状況を皆さんが考えてですね、いろいろなジェムを搭載することによって自分自身のスタイルっていうのを、作り出すことができます。
So basically, you can strategize ahead of playing the actual game in order to determine what you think will be most beneficial and suit your play style the best.
Wow.
もちろんですね、練習のモード、トレーニングの場所でですね、さまざまないろいろなジェムを搭載したものをですね、繰り返しいろんなものを付け替えていって、皆さんが触りやすい竜、皆さんが触りやすい数や、皆さんが得意になれるチュンリーっていうものをですね、このストリートファイターとの鉄拳ではまず家で練習してですね、そしてそれをネットワークであったりとか大会とかっていうふうに持ち出して、あの竜のジェムの付け方クールだよね、これは新しい戦い方できるよねっていうのが分かるようなこのゲームの広がりっていうのを今回は用意してあります。
So you can go into training mode, you can practice all sorts of different gem combinations, find the one that feels right to you. Find out what your personal to you feels like. Find a Kazuya that suits your playstyle, a Chun-Li that suits your playstyle. And after practicing and setting it up so you know the gems where you want them, then you can take that version of that character online. You can take that version of that character to tournaments, etc. Show off a little, let people know how good you are with this particular setup of gems.
でも言葉だけでここで話してもですね、なかなか皆さん面白くないですよね。
But just me talking about it is probably not all that terribly interesting to you.
今日はニューヨーク発の最新のロゴをですね、東京から持ってきました。
So I have brought with me, straight from Tokyo all the way to New York, the very latest build of the game.
今日は原田君との対決がない代わりにですね、ちょっと皆さんには本格的にストリートファイタークロス連携の最新の状況を見てもらいます。